Let's now face some studies in which not only non-verbal mimicry was applied, but in which non-verbal and verbal mimicry were used. And the first study in which both techniques were used was the study by Müller and colleagues, published in 2012 in the journal Psychological Reports. The title of the study was Prosocial Consequences of Imitation. The scenario of the study was the following. Imagine you are walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody comes over and tells you, excuse me, can you tell me the way to the railway station? So you begin to explain, you say, well, at the next crossing you have to go right, and then at the post office you have to go left, and then you see a big bank building which you have to pass, and so on and so on. And while you are explaining, the other person is imitating your behavior. For example, she's saying, because in the study the Confederate was female and all the participants were women as well. For example, she's saying, so the next street right, and then at the post office left, and then I see a big building, okay? So all she does is to repeat your own words. And for you, probably this is not surprising because, well, she's trying to remember what you told her. Besides that, she's also imitating your behavior. So if you are scratching your face, she's scratching her face. If you are leaning forward, she's leaning forward, and so on. And after you explained the way for the first time, she says, sorry, I didn't get it. I'm not sure whether I find it. Could you explain it again, please? Okay, you explain it again. So at the next crossing you go right, then at the post office you go left, and then you see the big building, and so on and so on. And during this explanation, she again imitates all your behavior, verbally and non-verbally. And after that she says, sorry, I'm not sure whether I got it. Couldn't you do me a big favor and show me the way? Could you go with me to the railway station? And the big question now was whether the participants would be willing to lead her to the railway station. And in this condition, in the mimicry condition, 75% of the participants were indeed willing to accompany the participant, whereas in the two control conditions, in which the Confederate, for example, did not copy the words you said, but she just said, okay, yes, In this condition, only 40% were willing to accompany the Confederate, and in a control condition in which the participants were asked for the way only once and without any mimicry, only 20% were willing to walk with the Confederate to the railway station.